Hope you all are doing very well. So
Good
we
morning,
just,
Madhu.
hey
How are you?
Punita, all is great, Punita.
Hmm.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Charo.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir. Morning. So,
Good morning, ma'am. Good
good
morning,
morning,
everyone.
Smita. So, good morning, everyone, once again. So, we just start in a minute's time. Till then, make yourself comfortable.
Hi, Madhu. How are you?
Hi, Deepika. I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good, good. Good to see you.
I attend the meditation. The next day I listen to
The
the whole
sharing. Yes.
sharing.
Yes,
But
I know it
yeah,
will be late.
yeah, I'm trying to keep up very interesting sessions and a lot of information packed in them. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much, Deepika. Thank you. Yeah, wonderful. So, friends, let us begin our journey towards ourselves. Let us empty our minds as much as possible. So, for that, take a very comfortable posture by crossing your hands, fingers into fingers, crossing your legs, closing your eyes. Become aware of your breath, your normal breath. A soft breath. You're breathing in energy, so much energy. Your breath is bringing all the life from the cosmos. And it is charging you. While going back, it is taking all the stresses from you. And making it evaporate into the ether. What a wonderful gift that we have, friends, our breath. Let us all acknowledge our breath. Let us not take our breath for granted. Let us witness that breath. Let us observe that breath. The right power is in our breath. So just feel it. Flow with it. Any thought that comes to you without reacting, without resisting, Simply let it go. The moment you just witness, your thoughts, they cease to exist. And then bring back your awareness to your breath. Your normal breath. Last 2 minutes, friends. Let us all be in silence for a couple of minutes. Last 5 seconds, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you're ready, you may remove your hands and you may open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a beautiful journey towards yourself. So today, we are on the day 9 of enlightenment or no death. Every day we have been learning many things, knowing many things from many sharings over here and from the topics we are reading here. So today's topic, which is once again, it is a very important topic, it is reincarnation. So this topic has been given by Seth, Master Seth, through Jane Roberts. Firstly, I would like to share about Seth and Jane Roberts. Seth is an energy personality essence, no longer existing in physical form. Seth began channeling through Jane Roberts since the year 1963. Seth has delivered a continuing manuscript totaling over 6,000 pages called as Seth Material, dealing with topics like nature of physical matter, time and reality, probable universes, reincarnational dramas, etc. So this is about Seth, Master Seth, and about Jane Roberts. And I would like to get into the topic, friends. In each life, you choose and create your own settings or environments. And in this one, you chose your parents and whatever childhood incidents that came within your experience. You wrote the script. Like a true absent minded professor, the conscious self forgets all this. However, when tragedy appears in the script, difficulty or challenges, the conscious self looks for someone or something to blame. When consciousness splits off from itself, the original is not lost, but a new synthesis occurs. Such psychological births take place often in one life, quite escaping your notice. The self is quite able to keep track of its own journeys into various realities and times and feels no confusion. Reincarnation involves the historical periods that you recognize and the seemingly sequential progress of events. Your reincarnational selves more or less belong to the same probability. translated into historical terms. Since all time is simultaneous, however, all frameworks of historical nature are being formed at once. In those terms, you are born in the past with your knowledge of the future held in unconscious abeyance, and you are born in the future convinced that your knowledge of the past comes only from history books. The entire complex social world rests, however, on strong probable relationships, and the power behind civilizations rests upon a great unconscious rapport and is built upon in any given present, future, and past personal and social relationships. An excess of male lives will turn a personality soul in a feminine manner without the inner understanding and compassion that is usually associated with the female sex. In like manner, consistent female personalities will turn harsh without the inner strength usually associated with the male sex. For this reason, most entities live lives as males and females. It does not follow that everyone with whom you are concerned was also involved with you in past lives. You will always meet new personalities in various existences, as well as people you have known. When you leave the physical system after reincarnations, you have learned the lesson, and you are literally no longer a member of the human race, for you elect to leave it. Only the conscious self dwells within it in any case, and other portions of your identity dwell simultaneously within other training systems. In more advanced systems, thoughts and emotions are automatically and immediately translated into action, into whatever approximation of matter there exists. Therefore, the lessons must be taught and learned well. The teachers within your system are those in their final reincarnation, and other personalities who have left the system but have been assigned to help those still within it. The system also includes some fragment personalities that are entering for the first time, as well as those in the later reincarnations. This is just a glimpse about Seth Material and what Seth, Master Seth has been conveying through Jane Roberts about reincarnation, friends. And yes, if you have any experience and if you have anything to share about this topic or anything, please go ahead and unmute yourself. Yeah. Yes, Sharu, do you have anything to share?
Hi, hello everyone.
Hi.
So, reincarnations and past lives, these have definitely been my favorite, areas and realms where I dwell in because being a past life regressionist and having been regressed to people, it has actually opened a lot of doors of understanding to me also. So some people also have, because people do have logical minds, so some people feel that there are no reincarnations, and how do you know that whenever we are regressing into the past and seeing our own incarnations? But trust me, I have seen people experiencing it, and I have myself seen myself reincarnating, because and understanding this soul is an eternal one. So I'll just give you one simple example of a very simple reincarnation theory, that I was regressing somebody. She was a very good friend of mine, and she was having a litigation issue, and she didn't know what to do, because that lady was having and posing a lot of difficulties for my friend. So she said she has not done anything wrong to her. I don't know why has she why is she doing so many things to her, because she had put a molestation case also on her husband, and without any rhyme or reason, and there's so many things that were happening, and she was not letting them do independently what they could do being in a home. So she was having a lot of issues. So what happened was that she told me that, why don't you regress, Sharu? I just want to see what is it, my relationship with her? Why is she doing this? So she just saw that actually she had an issue with her in the sense that this lady, she was in the temple, and she was a beggar, and she was asking for some money. And at that time, my friend, she did not have much of the money in her hand, and she was going to treat her sick child, and she just had a little bit of money in her. And she asked, this lady asked her that if you can just spare me some money, so can you please give me this? And she said, I cannot give you right now because I have to go and tend to my child. I cannot go and do this. So this lady, she was very angry. She was very angry, and she started abusing her and everything. And she said, next time, whenever I'm going to come with you, I'm going to give you a very hard time. You know, that kind of a feeling she had, and this is what she saw in her past life regression, that these are the words. And after that, after 2 days, that lady dies. Okay, in the temple, because she was hungry, and she wanted to eat something, and there was nothing, there was no food, there was no money, and she was not being provided to that, and physically also she was not well. So she died with this feeling that, okay, I'm going to give you a very hard time, so whenever I'm going to reincarnate next. So that was the basic reason why she was, because they had to give a lot of money to her in this incarnation, my friend. So the couple, so they had to shell out a lot of money. They had to ask for the forgiveness. And then when she started for asking for forgiveness on the soul level with her, slowly and gradually what happened was that she started mellowing down, because I told her that, why don't you do this? Why don't you just start Ho'oponopono, or start doing the forgiveness thing, whereby you are forgiving her and asking for forgiveness from her, for everything. Because she said that, Sharu, was it my fault? Because my child was not well, I didn't have money. So I told her that at that time she was acting and vibrating on her level of awareness, and that is why, that because of the anger, she said that. So it's okay, it's okay, so you can just do that. So this time also the reincarnation happened. So why I'm giving this and telling you this episode is because there's so many people whom I have known, whom I'm not regressed also, who have got to know that they have reincarnated in their lives. So reincarnation is a very, very important topic for me, because it has actually opened different level of understanding. So that was the episode that I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharu, for sharing this. Yes, friends, I do agree with Sharu, and yes, I would like to also share my experience of knowing one of my past lives. I have seen few of my past lives, and before I was not aware that there is something like past life. Yes, we have heard, but until and unless you experience it, you don't believe it. So in 2009, I underwent a miscarriage, and after I started practicing meditation. After practicing meditation, I felt happy, but there was something which was blocking me. Something that was I wanted to find an answer, like why this miscarriage had happened to me. Like in this entire life, I had done all good. I mean, knowingly, and like I've never hurt anybody, and why this thing had happened to me, like I was not knowing the concept of karma, like karma associated with the past lives. So there was in 2011, I happened to visit to Pyramid Valley, and it's the same thing. The Seth Vignan workshop was happening, and I went there, and there was one master, and he asked me like, "Do you have any questions?" Like I said, that was a spot in me, like. Everything is good in my life except that question of why this thing had happened to me. So usually I don't share to anybody, but to that master, me and Ram were there. To that master, I immediately shared that, yes, sir, I have one question. I wanted to know why this happened to me. So then he asked us to sit on a chair, and he guided us into meditation. And he said that whatever you are seeing, just let me know. Like whatever you are experiencing, let me know. So he took us to that deeper states, and then I started seeing some visions, and seeing trees, and seeing bird with her baby, and then I also seen myself as a man in Rajasthan. I've known it clearly, no doubt. Till this date, I have a very clear vision, or like I know it is a truth. And in Rajasthan, and I was a jamindar. I was like I own so much land and everything. So I was carrying an ego. I had a very, very strong ego at that time that I am the boss kind of a thing. And I have a big home in that past lives, and in that home there was this little girl, 12, 13 years old. She was working, like she was she's the help. She's like cleaning the home, and some like she stopped cleaning, or she was not cleaning well. With that, I really got agitated. I got very angry, and I kicked her on her stomach. And then she really felt bad, and she started feeling so much pain. And then I realized that, like, yes, in somewhere I had done something, so that I had to pay for that. And with that understanding, I had to plead her, as Sharu was explaining about this technique called hoponopono. So this is with this practice, like of expressing sorry, and I'm really sorry for what I have done in the past unknowingly. Later, after a long period of time, I have seen that girl coming, I mean, soul wise, and she started smiling. And then I could see the tree in that vision. Before, it was without any leaves, and after she expressed, like, it's okay. She said she forgave me. And then I see that the whole tree had like blossomed, or with full of leaves. So then from that day, it's like a new birth to me. The dot which was bothering me has cleared, like. And then my new beginning had started. And the way I started telling to people about meditation had like had increased a lot. Like, before that, I was having these doubts, like I'm sharing something, but like, but somewhere it is bothering me. So when I have cleared all this, the doubt of the miscarriage, everything is perfect. Everything is everything is a great understanding I've underwent. So reincarnation really do exist. And I'm happy that at that time that sir had was waiting there for me. And so that I can able to see this, and I can able to do much greater work. When you have this understanding of all these things, of all past and karma and all these concepts, then you don't have any complaints. You don't suffer. You really live this life so beautifully. And as we don't get lost like a like a professor, which is like who is not aware of what he is sharing. We are very conscious. We know that we have a complete clarity. So yes, friends, this is and I realized my purpose of life, this life, which was also one of my in my past life, that to share the truth to everybody, to make everybody independent. So it is continuing, and I'm very, very happy that I have got this life, and I'm really appreciating it. And yeah, this is what I wanted to share, friends. And if you have any experiences as such, like for some people, you might see your past lives in the dream state, or in the meditations. So if you have any experience of that, please go ahead and share, because here we are not speaking about past lives. However, we are speaking about, yes, I have existed in the past, and I'm existing now as well. So which means that I have reincarnated once again. So if you have anything as such, please go ahead and share your experiences, friends.
Good
Hi,
morning,
Madhuri.
Madhunam. Thank you so
Very.
much for the meditation. It is really, really soothing. Yeah, that's really, really the words and the explanation and all about this. It's really in the morning. It makes us so cool and so calm, and also it gives so much energy throughout the day, so that we can really fight for it. And yeah, I do agree with the reincarnation, because when you both were saying about this, I could experience it in my dream, especially. Like I thought that so many lives I had lived, or what, like it's coming up and why did I born this year? I mean, this life. I understood that as well. That's why I think that's one of the reasons that I would not like to have again a rebirth. So I am really into more conscious on the, like in the conscious of God and conscious of Krishna, so that I really don't want to have a rebirth or um, to get my full wishes to fulfill in this next lives. So I try to grab everything this in this life, and I try to finish it up, all my desires and all my things. And I do started meditating, but I pray a lot, like really, and I could feel in my dreams that I was like really a princess, and but I am now this life. It is like I'm struggling so much, but still I'm
Mm.
so happy with it. But I could see that how well I could live in the past life and this life also, how well I could live it, and how well it is this thing. But the purpose of the life, being a prince or the princess or the queen, is not the way to reach the soul or to reach the Godhead. So that's the reason why I have to reborn again to get into that path actually. So I have seen so many struggles, but I still have a big smile on my face. Everybody asks me, Madhvi, how could you do it? Because you're working from morning till evening and you have no time. So, but I understood everything. I understood the purpose of coming all the way here. I understood the purpose of like meeting the friends. I understood the why I need to work so hard. And Germany is so cold. I have to work in the cold weather also. Everything is a reason, and I have to learn to reach that goal. So, and after meeting the Krishna consciousness, I really, really understood what was the purpose. So, I'm really glad and I'm really happy. And with your meditation, also, I'm trying to realize myself first before I step into the future. I try to realize myself and I'm also thankful to my friend who has given me a chance to join, to learn the steps and to become more conscious what we are dreaming about, what we are about for the society, what we are for the mankind. And it's really a great platform, I would say. And I'm really thankful for that. Yeah. And this is my
Wonderful,
experience. Thank you.
wonderful,
Thank you.
Madhvi. You're a great master.
No, no, not
You're a
at all. I'm still learning. And
we
actually,
all are great masters. It's just that we forgot to recognize ourselves. We are the specks of the god, so that means aham brahmasmi, so that means we are a god.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. But we need to realize more and realize self first so that we can really preach or we can really tell the experiences. So
right.
that's that learning of self realization, like even more that you're making with the meditation. That's really wonderful. That's really, really, really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
And have a
Madhvi.
nice day.
Yes,
All.
thank you. Yes, Sharu.
I just want to add one more point in this,
Mhm.
that how actually I started seeing my past lives, because usually people think that you need to go to a particular person, a facilitator,
Mhm.
and then only you will be able to see your past. So it was in 2011 I started meditating, and it was again in Pyramid Valley, Bangalore, when there was GCSS happening there, and I was attending the session of Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, and she was there, they were there in 2014, not 2011. 2011 I started meditating, so I went there, I was attending the session. So there were few snippets of things that were coming to me, there were some flashes that they were coming to me, and I could not understand at that time, because I didn't know the concept of past life and reincarnation. I was reading about them, but I did not know that I could actually see them in my visions. So I discussed it with them, and that was the time when it opened the door. Slowly and gradually, what happened was, it was only through meditation that I could actually access about 18 of my past lives.
Wow.
And I could understand that why these challenges that I'm facing today in this incarnation are there, and what should be done in order to curb these or overcome these challenges. Especially, I saw there was one thing that was very prevalent in my life, that was the feeling of loneliness, which
Mhm.
was there, or people leaving me. So that feeling was there always in my incarnations. So after learning past life regression from Dr. Newton, proper learning, then I regressed myself to the mineral kingdom and to the plant kingdom also. There also the same thing happened. The feeling of loneliness, why I was able to understand the root cause, that it was not just in the incarnations that I took as a human, but in the mineral kingdom also I had the same feeling. So the root cause I was able to heal, and slowly and gradually I was able to heal myself in this incarnation also. But yes, unless and until we have learned what we are here to learn, be it the virtue of gratitude, compassion, love, or any other virtue that we are talking about, unless and until we have learned that, we'll keep reincarnating. And that is why we always call ourselves the eternal beings. So that was all, that was something that I wanted to add on. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much,
much,
Charu.
Madhu ma'am.
Thank you for
Thank you so
sharing.
much.
Yes, I hear this experience, Charu. Like I went to this 6 days course of Life Between Lives of Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi. When I went there, I met Preeti Kohli. So she was sharing her experience that she had once been a whale. Like wow, I was just amazed because that's a new thing for me to understand that yes, we had animal lives as well. We had also mineral lives as well. So it's a great understanding. So thank you so much, Charu, for sharing your personal experience. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Ramalingam, sir. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I
Please go
audible?
ahead. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yeah. Actually, as a past life regression teacher, I support one of my friends. He is the doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and he was having the fear about the water. And so it not happened one day only.
Sir,
And
1 second, sir. Your voice is not that clear. Can you please um, speak a little bit louder?
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Actually, it's happened to one of my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and he was afraid with that water.
Yeah.
And so I told him, for how long you are having,
Mm-hmm.
how you are resisting that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I take her to the portion, and in the day-to-day life, she faced the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
When she was taking the bath, that
Mm-hmm.
glass partition, it
Mm-hmm.
was fully fall down, and
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, because of the protection, not even a single scratches happened.
Okay.
And then it is actually taking that part. Wherever she was resisting, she was avoiding that. Then she found out in the last thing, she was going in a ship,
Mm-hmm.
and the entire ship was submerged, and thousands of people are that atmas was there. So then she find out with the help of all the spiritual gurus, and they supported that removing that atmas, freeing them, and that the way from that moment she got some freedom in this real life.
Yes.
And wherever she faced some people, similar type of people every day she faced in the real person also. So that's the way she completed her past, and that experience continued in this moment. Then afterwards she was very free.
Yeah.
So that actually it is not only mentally, in the physical problems also relieved.
That's true.
Otherwise, lot of medicines, lot of treatments they have taken, and it's not happened. So that is the way previously when I was young age, I never believed these are all some of the things like that. When we are experiencing those who cannot cure their leg pain, everything, when they gone to the previous one, how they suffered and how they are carrying in that future also. So that is the completion. Completion means and completing there and facing, completing and forgetting and accepting that. So that will give that freedom in this
This
presence
life.
also. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Wonderful. Yes, one of my favorite books or the series of books by Dr. Brainwise is really, really amazing. Friends, if you have not read his books about past lives and like there is so much of knowledge about reincarnation, like taking many, many births. And I would recommend you to read his book. Many Lives, Many Masters. So in that book, beautiful experiences his client shares. It's an eye opening. Like she shares about 60 or 70, I don't remember the number exactly, but her lifetimes. So just go through that book, and it is really amazing. You can't put that book down. So you feel like finishing it faster, like you at one go. So that is one such book. And yes, friends. And anybody else wants to share? And thanks for the friends who are writing in the comments. And yeah, just Ram. Go ahead, Ram.
Another one
Can
of
you
my
repeat the
favorite
name of the
topics.
book? Can you
Yes,
repeat?
sir. Yes, sir. It is Many Lives, Many Masters.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yes, Ram.
So another wonderful topic, one of my favorite topics. So as we understand this concept of reincarnation, like the sharings that had happened after going through this topic, it's pretty touching that every event has a reason behind it, like a cause and effect. Are we in the effect? Are we causing something for a future effect? We do not know. However, as we understand these things, we drop the fears. This is the first thing. And we drop the judgments, which is the most important thing. When we start following these two things, rest of the things, they gradually make sense. Because like the example Sharu was sharing about someone who is really troubling in this life with no reason, at least in this lifetime. But there was a reason somewhere in the past. So when we understand this, we recognize the same thing like your experience, Madhu. You had underwent something, but there was a reason behind it. So not necessarily, or well, we all know subconsciously the reasons. Consciously, we are not yet ready to see those things. Many times our subconscious memory reveals it to us, but we are not aware. We were not ready, or we are not ready to integrate that into our conscious lives. So everyone equally are given chances to see, to remember, to understand. However, our conscious part of the minds were not so well aligned in order to remember, let's call it like that, because each one of us, every day when we go into sleep, we are into a different dimension where there are no boundaries, like when we are conscious in the wakeful times. So we all are equally equipped, and we all have seen many things that we are discussing here. We all have underwent many things in our sleep states, for example, even in our wakeful states, but we are not conscious about it. So so we are all preparing ourselves. Maybe we do not remember these things, but we now understand when we hear these stories that if in our lifetime at this point of time there are certain things which are painful or which we do not align to the worldly terms because that does not make sense, somehow it gives us a pinch of understanding from these examples we heard that yes, this is happening because something had happened in the past. This is happening because I need to move to a different understanding than to the understanding that I have now, or with the same eyes that I'm seeing the events now. So, and eventually, when we keep on aligning to higher understandings, our conscious mind is being prepared, like we are preparing the soil, that one day we see that there is a tree already. It had been sprouted, but our conscious mind was not ready enough to see this sprout that was coming. But when we start to hear all these transformational experiences and these concepts and the reason behind all these things, I think we are just preparing the soil. We are just cleaning our eyes, the eyes of our conscious mind. when we meditate, because for me also, when I started my journey, I had the glimpses later of past lives. But as I started my journey, I was curious. I went to past life regression therapists, but I had seen nothing. I realized that when I started my journey, now after almost 20 years into this journey, I realized at those times, although I have started my journey into meditation, I was not completely into it. Yes, I was understanding the concepts, but I was still caught up with my old systems. My father was so much into how do you say practices, lot of rituals. I was grown into that family. I was waking up early hours, going to various gurus. I cannot, so many gurus, so many rituals, so many prayers, so many of those things. And I was still somewhere carrying that thread. And I still did not, it was like I was with my part of my understanding there and part of my understanding here. And it took its own time, that I can say now. But only when I started to clean my eyes, because, in the journey, it's like when we cross a river, we have to leave the boat in order to move ahead, because I don't need the boat when I cross the river. But when I'm crossing it, I know that is required. But when I have crossed the river, I have to leave the boat, or else my journey is still slow, because I'm carrying the boat on the road where it is no more required. And it took me so many years of my practice to realize that. And all these experiences sharings somehow throws some light on my personal understandings, how I went through. So thanks a lot to everyone who keep sharing their journeys, keep sharing their understandings, because through those, we are all trying to help each other. We are all trying to make ourselves consciously realize these things, or rather, we are all helping each other to prepare our soil. And someday we will see and understand, even conscious, not just subconsciously, even conscious. And we help others to do the same as we move on, because that's how it is, to make this world much more harmonious place by such nice understandings. Thanks a lot, Madhu. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful sharing, Ram. Thank you so much. It's really eye-opening sharing. Thank you so much. And yes, Sarah, for your question, Madhu, thank you so much. It's an absolutely eye-opening session, and love the concept of reincarnation. How can I learn more about my past lives? I feel like I can get to know myself better and make sense of a lot of things happening if I learn more about my past lives. Sarah, I think Ram had told that, like, it's not required that we have to go to a regression therapist. Like, we have to keep practicing more and more meditation, and we have to be open to receive, be open to accept everything. I know, like, where I was mentioning in this book, Many Lives, Many Masters, the author was not believing in the concept of reincarnation, believing in the concept of past lives. But something when he met his client, then Catherine, then he understood that yes, there is life. There is life, before this birth. There was a past lives and everything. So we have to read such books, and we have to be open. And it might happen when you are ready, when you're completely ready. Then things will flow into your life. And if there is something, I don't ask everybody to go into past life regression and get regressed, because only if it is very much required, then only you have to go. Otherwise, there is no requirement of going into the past, digging the past, and taking the information, because we have this beautiful life, and we have to appreciate it. Only if you have a very strong blocks, like phobias, and that you are stuck somewhere and you need to find a solution, and you tried your best, and the solution is not coming from any side, then you have to seek help in this. However, with the practice of more and more meditation, Sarah, I'm sure You will come out of this and you will understand about reincarnation. And being an Egyptian, this is more fascinating, like in Egypt, that's a land. Egyptians, the pharaohs were more with reincarnation. They believe in they know the concept of reincarnation. So I'm really really happy that you came forward and you're very open to learn about these things and to know more about these things. And I'm sure in the coming days you will experience this. So thank you so much, Sarah. And please read this book, Many Lives, Many Masters. That will really help you. Yeah. And regarding Bindu, you said that you have a 6-year-old daughter and she's scared of heights. She's scared to get down the stairs. She's terrified to slide. Is there anything I can do, please, when I heard of your experience? Yes, yes, Bindu, what you can do is, like, she's very little and you cannot tell her about these concepts of these things. You cannot take her into regression and all these things. What I recommend you to do is sit along with her and make a ritual every day. Spend some time, 10 or 15 minutes time, just be there with her and just meditate together. If you wish, like, you can hold your hands, like this, as a partner. You can hold your hands and you can meditate with her, so that you give her the strength, you give her the trust that yes, everything is taken care. There is nothing that you have to fear. Yes, the phobias might be coming from the past lives. Ram was having a phobia of water, so he with time he had he had overcome it. So yes, it happens because she's very little and it is very easy to what do you say, like, help her to come out of this situation. So yes, so this is what I wanted to share. Yes, Sharu, I know that you have a yes, Ram, please go ahead. You wanted
Sorry,
to?
sorry, Madhu. So
Yes.
regarding this aspect of fear of water, I think it's related to what our friend is asking here. So my first trial of past life regression was also that, because I wanted to get rid of this fear of water. At that time, I was reading few books on past life, and I understood maybe if I go there, I will know, and then I will get rid of it. But I did not see when I went there my past life, and I came back. I said, maybe this is not true. Those were my initial days. And then I just forgot about these things. I just continued my regular practice of meditation. And then suddenly I have seen, without going to any regression therapist or without any external support, I did had glimpses of my past lives. And just one such experience was enough to dissolve many doubts, many fears, and provide a lot of clarifications. So I know that there is always this curiosity that calls us. I would like to come out of it. I would like to learn from it. It will happen. It will happen. Maybe this thought that is budding inside you is the right time. I do not know. We do not know. You do not know. Just let things happen, and everything will just come out. Like I always loved Egypt until I came to know that I lived there one of my full lifetimes. Yeah. So there are many things, and just they will be revealed at the right time. Thank you, Madhu.
Thanks,
And
Ram.
in my case, I just had it because it was time for me. I have not been to any regression therapist. It just happened.
Yeah. Thanks, Ram. Yes, Sharu. Yes, I want to listen from you too.
Okay, so there is one thing that I want to add to what Ram sir said just now. So each one of us, we do have past lives. We don't have to stick to the past lives. We have to learn from that. So when we talk about the fear and phobias, it is not necessary that they are coming from your past. Yes, they can have a bearing from the past, but it is not necessary. Sometimes it happens in the current life itself. For example, if I give my example, I was very scared of driving. I still am. So I cannot drive the cars. I cannot do that. So I used to feel that probably this fear is coming from my past, and that is why I'm not able to drive in this current situation. But when I meditated and when I asked for the help from the angels, and when I started dwelling upon this particular thing, what I got to know was that in this current incarnation I had seen an accident happening. Okay, that had a very traumatic you can say an impact on me. That was the reason why I could not, because during in that accident, in the sense that I was going along with my brother and my mother, and we were going to Shirdi to get the blessings. And during that, in the highway itself, I just see one accident happening, and all of a sudden our car just rams into the other, because we were sandwiched, and we went through that particular accident. So from that day onwards, that fear had ingrained in me that no, I cannot. I feel claustrophobic in the car for a very long time. If I'm sitting in it, I cannot drive also, because I feel if the steering wheel is in my hand, I will not be able to control the car. That kind of a thing. So what I mean to say right now is, yes, we do have past, and we do have past memories and fears and phobias coming from the past, but it is not necessary that it is coming from the past only. So the current incarnation also has a lot of bearing in what we experience in this lifetime. So we really, really have to be very careful. We should not just hold everything responsible to our past. We have to see our current also, that probably there is a reason also, maybe in this current incarnation, because of which you are behaving in a particular way. So thank you so much. That was something that I needed to add. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful explanation, Charu. Wonderful. Yes, friends. Yes, friends, any other sharings? All right.
Yeah, one question.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, Saru. Yeah. So when you gone and see maybe from something from the past life also, have you gone to the future life also?
Yes, we do have the ability to do that, because when I access the Akashic, I see the potential probabilities and the future potentials, what is going to be there as far as the choices that we make are concerned. But I don't think so we should dwell more on the future or the past. I think we should dwell more on the present, because present has a bearing over the future. Whatever choices that we are making, sir, today in the present is going to make our future. So rather than dwelling into our future potential and seeing what are the future possibilities of the choices that we are making here in the past, in the present today, it's better that we start looking after the choices. But yes, you have, and you can, and you can have the ability to look into the future also.
Wonderful. Because I believe that consciousness, super consciousness, that is, there are no past, present, future, everything they know that. So only our logic mind is stopping us here. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharu, and thank you, sir. And all right, friends. So today evening we have a session with Master Nilima on the Untethered Soul from the book Untethered Soul. Please to join us. It is with the same Zoom link at 6 p.m. And tomorrow the topic will be really interesting. And I request you, if you have any friends who are going through, it's who are going through a phase that they're not stable mentally, please ask them to come here. And tomorrow's topic is on suicide by, again, Khurshid Bhamnagri. And yes, it is going to be, when we understand this, friends, it is a deep concept, because everybody at one point of time they undergo so many things in their lives, and they want to give up. And I have many friends and their families, they have just given their life like that. So I think coming to these sessions help them to live in the present, as Sharu is telling. So living in the present is very, very important, and beautifully understanding each and every situation, each and every challenge that we have. So learning from it. So yes, please do join us tomorrow, friends, and it will be again one more interesting topic.
Yeah.
Very deep
One
topic.
information I want to give for all of benefit. So when she was talking about the fear of driving, so it is not going to the past. By Dr. Edwards Batch Flower, we are having the fear. It's also 5 types of that. So known fear is mimulus. So this is the small thing you can purchase from any homeopathy shops also. So that all 38 behaviors of the human being, we can make it as the workability by using flower drops. There are no harm, no addiction. Thank you.
Okay. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, if you can just write it in the chat what it is,
Yes.
yeah, it will be. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So great, friends. So another wonderful day. So till we see each other tomorrow, and there is one announcement that on the 49th day, few days back, we had spoken to Patri sir, and 49th day we will be having Patri sir, and Patri sir will be coming. And if you have any questions regarding anything, it will be wonderful to interact with him on that day, which will be on May 30th. Please mark your, in your calendars that day, and it will be really amazing session to hear from this master who had a lot to share. So yes, Sharu.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a lovely news. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharu. Yes. So yes, friends. So till then, have a lovely, lovely day and a lovely night, and see you all in the evening. Namaste.
Bye, Madhu. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Punita. Bye, bye,
Bye.
Madhvi. Bye, bye, Tamasmita.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Madhu. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Arpita.